Welcome to our captivating journey through the cast of the groundbreaking British miniseries Widows from 1983. Dive into the lives of these fierce women who stole the show with their daring heist. From their unforgettable roles back then to their inspiring paths in 2025, witness the transformations that time brings. Get ready for an enthralling then and now reveal. Number 1. Anne Mitchell as Dolly Rawlins. In 1983, at age 44, Anne Mitchell captivated audiences as Dolly Rawlins, the resilient widow masterminding a daring heist after her husband's death. Her portrayal showcased Dolly's fierce determination and vulnerability. After Widows, she reprised the role in She's Out in 1995 and earned acclaim for Cora Cross in EastEnders from 2011 onward. She received Olivier nominations for stage work. Now, at 86, she continues inspiring through theater charities and occasional roles. Number 2. Fiona Hendley as Shirley Miller. At 24 in 1983, Fiona Hendley brought youthful energy to Shirley Miller, the glamorous widow joining the heist to reclaim her life. Shirley's naivety and charm added depth. Post-Widows, she starred in stage productions like Kiss Me Kate in 1987 and City of Angels in 1993. She married musician Paul Jones in 1984 and shifted to Christian speaking and gospel. Now 66, she tours sharing faith stories and enjoys a quieter life. Number 3. Kate Williams as Audrey Withy. In 1983, aged 41, Kate Williams portrayed Audrey Withy, the sharp-tongued ally providing comic relief and support. Her performance highlighted Audrey's loyalty and grit. Following Widows, she reprised Audrey in She's Out in 1995 and starred as Dorothy in May to December from 1989 to 1994, Myra in Family Affairs from 2003 to 2005, and Liz Turner in EastEnders from 2006 to 2010. At 83, she remains active in TV like Unforgotten. Number 4. Maurice O'Connell as Harry Rawlins. Aged 42 in 1983, Maurice O'Connell embodied Harry Rawlins, the cunning criminal whose failed heist sparks the plot. Harry's charisma drove the tension. After Widows, he featured in films like A Prayer for the Dying in 1987 and Curse of the Pink Panther in 1983, often in supporting roles. His career included The Medusa Touch and Doctor Who. Now 84, he maintains a low profile with occasional theater work and reflections on his career. Number 5. David Calder as George Resnick. At 36 in 1983, David Calder played Detective Inspector George Resnick, the tenacious cop pursuing the Widows. His role added suspense. Post-Widows, he led as Nathan Spring in Star Cops in 1987 and appeared in The World Is Not Enough in 1999. He portrayed Captain Smith in Titanic in 2012 and featured in Rush in 2013. With Olivier-nominated stage work at 79, he continues in series like Call the Midwife. Number 6. Maureen O'Farrell as Linda Pirelli. In 1983, Maureen O'Farrell shone as Linda Pirelli, the tough, street-smart widow bringing fire to the heist team. Her performance highlighted Linda's boldness and emotional layers. Post-Widows, she pursued Egyptian dance, performing in Egypt and Europe, and earned a degree in social anthropology in 1996. She transitioned to choreography and advising on dance for films and TV. Now known as Sarah Farouk Ahmed in Cairo, at 75, she teaches workshops and celebrates her multicultural career. Number 7. Paul Jesson as D.S. Alec Fuller. At 37 in 1983, Paul Jesson depicted D.S. Alec Fuller, the dedicated sergeant aiding the investigation with grit and insight. His performance heightened the cat-and-mouse dynamic. Following Widows, he won an Olivier Award in 1986 for The Normal Heart and starred in RSC Productions. Films include Coriolanus in 2011 and Mr. Turner in 2014. At 79, he remains a theater stalwart, performing in An Actor Convalescing in Devon in 2025. Number 8. Peter Lovstrom as Greg Withy. At 23 in 1983, Peter Lovstrom played Greg Withy, the supportive yet conflicted partner, adding personal stakes to the plot. Greg's vulnerability contrasted the crime elements. After Widows, Lovstrom appeared in Lifeforce in 1985, and I Bought a Vampire Motorcycle in 1990. He featured in TV like Dempsey and Makepeace and The House of Elliot. Now 65, he enjoys a quieter life, occasionally supporting community theater and reflecting on his diverse roles. Number 9. Debby Bishop as Bella O'Reilly. In 1983, Debby Bishop stepped in as Bella O'Reilly, the resourceful addition to the Widow's crew, infusing the sequel with streetwise edge. Bella's resilience was key. Post-Widows, Bishop starred as Phoebe in Sid and Nancy in 1986 and performed in West End's Blues in the Night. She began acting at Albany Empire in 1978. Now a patron of Montage Theatre Arts since 2005, at 65, she supports community projects and cherishes her theater roots. Number 10. Stephen Yardley as Vic Morgan. At 41 in 1983, Stephen Yardley portrayed Vic Morgan, the enigmatic figure entangled in the widow's scheme. Vic's complexity added intrigue. After Widows, Yardley starred as Ken Masters in Howard's Way from 1985 to 1990 and Vince Farmer in Family Affairs from 1999 to 2003. He appeared in Hex in 2004 and Doctor Who. At 83, he attends conventions, paints watercolors, enjoys jazz, and reflects on his RADA-trained career. Number 11. Stanley Meadows as Eddie Rollins. In 1983, at age 52, Stanley Meadows portrayed Eddie Rollins, the loyal brother adding family tension to the heist plot. His grounded performance captured Eddie's grit and protectiveness. Post-Widows, Meadows featured in Coronation Street as Laurie Fraser and appeared in The Ipcress File, The Professionals, and Minder. He made his last screen appearance in 1984, focusing on theater. Now at 94, he lives a retired life, reflecting on his prolific career in British TV and film. Number 12. Terence Harvey as Chief Inspector, Saunders. In 1983, at age 39, Terence Harvey played Chief Inspector Saunders, the authoritative police figure intensifying the pursuit. His role brought stern intensity to the drama. After Widows, Harvey starred in Johnny English from Hell and Basic Instinct 2, plus TV like Hollyoaks as Alistair Longford from 2004 to 2010, Hustle, and Downton Abbey. He died in 2017 at age 72. Number 13. George Costigan as Charlie. In 1983, at age 36, George Costigan depicted Charlie, the ill-fated criminal whose demise fuels the widow's scheme. Charlie's bravado heightened the stakes. Post-Widows, he gained fame as Bob in Rita, Sue and Bob 2 in 1986, starred in Calendar Girls in 2003, and featured in Happy Valley, Line of Duty, and Gentleman Jack. At 78, he continues acting in TV dramas and theater productions. Number 14. Dudley Sutton as Boxer Davis. In 1983, at age 50, Dudley Sutton embodied Boxer Davis, the tough underworld contact with a menacing edge. His portrayal added raw authenticity. Following Widows, Sutton became iconic as Tinker Dill in Lovejoy from 1986 to 1994, appeared in The Devils, The Football Factory, and EastEnders. He died of cancer in 2018 at age 85. Number 15. Christopher Ellison as Tony Fisher. In 1983, at age 37, Christopher Ellison played Tony Fisher, the scheming associate entangled in the crime world. Tony's cunning drove intrigue. After Widows, he starred as DCI Frank Burnside in The Bill from 1988 to 2000 and its spin-off Burnside, plus EastEnders and films like Buster. At 78, following a 2020 stroke causing aphasia, he focuses on recovery and occasional public appearances. Number 16. Pavel Douglas as DC Reynolds. In 1983, at age 32, Pavel Douglas portrayed DC Reynolds, the diligent detective adding pressure to the investigation. His performance brought authenticity to the police pursuit. Post-Widows, he appeared in Goldeneye as a French captain in 1995, Lovejoy from 1986 to 1994, and The Princess Switch in 2018. He also featured in EastEnders and Hollyoaks. At 74, he continues with occasional TV and film roles, enjoying a versatile career. Number 17. Damien Thomas as Jose Camarena. In 1983, at age 41, Damien Thomas portrayed Jose Camarena, the exotic ally bringing international intrigue to the plot. His charismatic performance enhanced the drama. Post-Widows, he starred in Twins of Evil in 1971, appeared in Doctor Who, Blake's 7, and films like Sinbad and The Eye of the Tiger in 1977. He died of progressive supranuclear palsy in 2025 at age 83. Number 18. Nuno Homem de Sá as Juan. In 1983, at age 21, Nuno Homem de Sá played Juan, the young accomplice injecting energy into the scheme. His early role highlighted emerging talent. After Widows, he starred in Portuguese soaps like Vila Faia in 1982, Jardins Proibidos from 2000 to 2001, and participated in Big Brother. Known for TVI fiction, at 63, he continues acting in series and reality TV. Number 19. Jim Carter as D.I. Frinton. In 1983, at age 35, Jim Carter depicted D.I. Frinton, the authoritative inspector trailing the widows with sharp resolve. His performance amplified suspense. Post-Widows, he gained fame as Mr. Carson in Downton Abbey from 2010 to 2015, starred in Shakespeare in Love in 1998 and Transformers: The Last Night in 2017. At 77, he voices animations and supports charities. Thanks for watching. See you next time.